Okay, so we're going to take a look at chorus number 2 and the bridge section that will lead us to the outro of the song. So we start off with the chorus the same way as the first chorus worked out. Now here's where the change is. Instead of going to A minor, we're going to go to this chord shape here. So you're going to put your ring finger on the D string 7th fret and your index on the G string 5th fret. We're going to pick the A string, the G string, and the B string at one time. And then we're going to apply the same pattern we've been using through the whole song. And then we do it again. We're going to flip these fingers, so the ring finger goes down to the G string 7, index goes up to the D string 5, and repeat the same pattern with our fingers. We're going to take this shape that we already have, we're going to move it down by 2 frets, and we're going to end up on 3 and 5, and repeat the same pattern. That twice, and then we're going to take this index finger here and we're just going to bar it to cover the 3rd fret D, G, B, okay, and of course the high E string, but we don't really need it. Our ring finger will stay where it is, and we played the pattern once here. Lift it up and go back to the pattern that was right before it. And then we end up restarting this section. We play this part 3 times, and then we go back to the intro of the song. The intro will lead us into another verse, and then finally the outro, which is just pretty much the verse but repeated over and over again. Okay, so if you look at tablature for this bridge section here, you'll notice that it's just the A and B that get hit together, and it's just the same pattern that we have and not the 3 fingers. The reason I recommend using 3 fingers is because if you just use the A string and the B string, there's nothing to signify a change when we actually flip our fingers around. So you'll see, watch this. So we have to wait until we pick the other strings to hear the change. You really want to hear the change on that one beat rather than on a later beat. Okay, so I recommend using the index finger so we can signify that change. So there's Dust in the Wind. Take a listen to the outro. I'm not going to be covering the outro. It's pretty basic. You're just going to be repeating 1 or 2 chords over and over again. Practice this song at very, very slow speeds. Do not allow your fingers to do the stuff that you don't want them to do. Make sure that they're assigned to specific strings and they stay there. Don't use your thumb for anything lower than the D string. There's only one exception in this song, and that's on the D minor 7 chord. Other than that, I highly recommend you practice this to a metronome and raise the speed, or practice it to the music and raise the speed. It's very, very quick, so take your time, and don't worry that you're playing it slow. Worry if you're playing it correctly.